Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
All right, listen up. Now, I know most of you don't want to, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave. All right, this camp is now in a mandatory evacuation zone. This camp is all we got, man. We can't just leave. Hey, listen, I get it, but this fire is on your doorstep. You're not safe here. You'll be safe in Virgin River. No, we won't. Don't believe him.
Hi guys, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we podcast in the dark. Like Steph just showed up and she's like in a cave. She just turned on a light.
Well, it's like not even 7 a.m. and I'm tired.
And it's raining again.
Again, I know, you guys.
I feel like we live in the Pacific Northwest. It's like ridiculous.
There's so much water in my basement already.
Do you have a dehumidifier running constantly with the
Yep, always
thing to your drain? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My name's Amye Archer. I'm here for all your plumbing needs. And I'm here with the spaghetti to my meatball. Steph, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? Any news on your front? What are you watching? What's good? You're watching Love is Blind.
I am watching Love is... Oh my God.
Me too. I'm on episode 3.
I watched all 4. And I really like it. I actually think this might be one of my favorites.
Really?
Favorite seasons so far, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a possibility. There's a couple people that I'm interested to see. Don't ask me their names.
Yeah.
You know how it goes down, but
okay.
I like it. It's
and
like my guilty pleasure.
I want to thank you for the recommendation of 1883, which is great.
Oh, it's so good.
Just watched
so good.
Night and Sam Elliott. I mean, come on.
I mean, you don't say no more. He's amazing.
Say no more.
He's amazing.
He's looking real rough. He's looking real rough.
I know, but I still love him and I don't care.
He was at peak when he was in Roadhouse.
Yes, he was. Oh my God, Roadhouse.
He was at his peak in that movie.
You guys, look at my hair. If
they
anybody's wondering, oh, that's true. Full Polska, everybody over here. Oh my God.
All right, guys, we are here today with a very important task. We are to talk about Virgin River. Season 5, episode 5, Trial by Fire. How are you feeling about this season? Because I'm not loving it.
I'm not loving any of it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not. And I just feel like they've run out of things to put in this show. So it's just all jumping the shark.
Speaking of, I want to tell everyone right up front that we are going to be talking about miscarriage and pregnancy troubles in this episode. So if that kind of stuff, triggers you or is a trauma activator, please skip this episode. I'm enraged that they made Mel have a miscarriage.
I know.
I don't understand what is happening and why.
I don't understand either. Do these writers hate Mel?
Because she already delivered a stillborn baby, which is, I mean, there's not one that's worse than the other. They're all bad.
Yes.
But I can't think of anything more devastating.
No.
Same. And now they're doing this to her.
And why?
I don't know. Do you feel like they just are trying to make it so that she ends up with Chloe? I felt that way from the beginning of the series. Like when Chloe was born.
Oh, Amy, I never even thought of that.
I just realized something. Chloe she can only be like 2 or 3 months old, according to the Charmaine pregnancy timeline, right?
I know, yes.
But that baby's like
3?
a year old. Yeah.
Not 3, but yes.
That baby's like getting her driver's license.
Yeah. She just went to prom.
Yeah. So I think she's going to end up with Chloe.
Amy, I bet you're right. I never thought of that. Oh, I feel really lame.
So if you remember a few episodes ago, she actually had a conversation with Jack about the child her mother lost and how she named Chloe after that child. And we've been talking a lot about the mother. We brought that story up again. I think this is where it's headed.
So I think we just wrapped up the show. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Amy Amy just recapped the finale, the series finale.
The only problem with that theory is where does Tara go? 'cause I could see Ava, AKA Carly Simon, AKA Stevie Nicks, just being like, "I'm going back to the weird, wonderful world of Portland, and I'm just not cut out to be
See,
this kid's mother," and she would leave.
she would leave, but I also feel like that other one is so young. How old is
Yeah.
she?
Tara?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I
I have
don't
no
either.
idea.
Like, is she college age or is she
No, she's a
27?
little older than that. I think she's like 26, 27.
So, I don't know, maybe she wants to just live her life as like I don't know. Not I don't know, but
I don't
you're
know.
totally right. That's what's happening. I don't even think we need to finish this episode. You just
Well, we're gonna. We're
you just
gonna.
wrapped it all up in a
We're
nice
gonna
little
because
package.
we have to talk about your man preacher.
Oh.
Come get your boy, Steph.
Oh my god. Tell him I'll be there later because I'm not really rushing.
So Kaya wakes up and she's in preacher's bed. Now I want to talk about this bed for a minute because it's beautiful.
I didn't
It's a
notice it.
it's a sleigh bed
Oh,
and
you in the sleigh bed.
it's made out of oak, which I have a sleigh bed, but it's not like handmade and well done. It's like Raymore Flanagan.
Yeah.
His is like you could tell it's like handmade. It's beautiful.
I
It's
bet
beautiful.
Jack made it.
Maybe, maybe. I mean, he's not working at the bar anymore, so. So
Oh.
Preach creeps in. He just creeps on in. I just hate him. And he's made her a cafe de olla,
Yeah,
which is
like
a Mexican coffee.
no, wait.
Dork.
So wait, no, he goes, "I made you a cafe mayo." How does it say? Like, say it again. Cafe.
It's
I'm
cafe
just
de
gonna make it up.
olla. De
Cafe
olla.
de olla. It's Mexican coffee brewed with de olla. Like what? Shut up!
It's like I made you cafe Nestle
Yeah.
brewed with Nestle.
See, like, stop. He's so bad, dude. And here's the thing. We all know, like, I don't hate Preacher. I think we've talked about this a million times. I don't even need to say it again. But you guys, I feel like every week he gets worse. Like, how?
Every week he gets worse, and I feel terrible saying that because he is one of the only characters of color on the show,
I
and I
know.
hate that he's such a terrible one, like, he's
He's
just a
just,
terrible character.
he's a terrible character. He's a
At this
beautiful
point, Kaya's
man.
way better.
I know. He's a beautiful man.
I'm
I
starting to
love
even think he's
looking at
not a
him.
beautiful man.
Oh, I think he is.
Not me. I see him and I'm like, "Dork." Like, you know what
Yeah,
it
he's
is?
a huge dork, but
You
come
know what it
on.
is? Again, I talked about this last episode. I can't unsee his connection to Christopher, and Christopher just ruined it
Preach!
all for me.
Preach! Preach! Preach, I need a drink. Preach, I can't
So
find my mom.
Preach, my mom's being beaten to death by a mobster. So she gets a call. Kaya gets a call right then from her chief at the same time Preach gets a quote wildfire alert on
I
his phone, which
cannot.
what app is this? Because
I
this is 1999 font and technology on these phones. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Okay, so now we're going to scoot
Uh,
over to Jack. So Jack is driving back from camping with Mel, and she wants to go to the clinic, which is fine. He tells her there's never been a fire in Virgin River since he's been there,
mhm.
but one did come close enough to scare everyone, and that is when, Stephanie, did you know that Hope drafted the fire readiness plan? Bingo card every time Hope says fire readiness plan. So when he's dropping Mel off at the clinic, Doc gives Jack the task of driving up to the drug camps
I
and
can't.
talking to the good folks,
I
talking the good folks into coming in for treatment.
So they can realize the blessing that they have in front of them.
It's so
Can't.
weird. And
It's
then
real weird. Would they ever send him like back up in the
mhm,
real world? Would like
mhm.
just a regular everyday citizen be sent to go rescue people? Isn't that what the
No.
firefighters
No.
are for?
No.
If my
No.
brother is listening, Rick, chime in as a fireman.
It's
Would they send
ridiculous.
Jack?
They
It's
would
so bad.
they would want less people out in the woods.
Yes. Yes, less people for the firemen to have to go and fucking save their asses.
So now Jack goes to grab his ride or die. And who's his ride or die, Steph?
I almost said Brody,
It's
Brady.
Brady,
Brady!
it's
It's
not
Brady!
Preach. It's not
No.
Preach. So he grabs his true ride or die. Like, this is what we're always talking about. If Preach was his ride or die, he would have a purpose.
Well, there's no purpose. The
And like
writers don't know what to do. He's
Brady's
just
already connected to Jack because he's banging his sister.
yeah.
We need Preach
Oh.
to be brought into the
Well,
fold.
but he's also connected to Jack because of the war. Like,
Right, right. And he's connected to Drug Grandma, who is connected to Nick.
how about how when they're like in the woods or whatever, and and I always want to say Brody. Who's Brody?
From Homeland?
That's where that's from. Why I'm like, why do I keep saying that?
Yeah.
Um, Brady's like, or Jack's like, oh, thanks for having my back. Thanks for having my back in Iraq. Like, stop. The whole thing about this wounded warrior, everything's a warrior in this episode. Did you
Mhm.
notice that? It's real annoying to me.
Yeah,
And like, I'm
it's
starting to have like a real, and I don't want to say an issue because that's not the word. I'm tired. It's early. Give me a little bit here. But like, do you ever just feel like that whole
that they're laying it on a little
we're
thick.
laying it on too thick? Yes.
Yes,
It's like
yes. Like, we get
they're
it. These guys
jamming it
were in war together. We get
right.
it.
And they're
Yeah.
like jamming it down our throats with the
Yeah.
like the whole like they need to prove that there's a brotherhood. Like we
Well,
all get it.
but the thing is, like, if they wanted to work in a PTSD storyline or something like that, work that in with Jack's drinking. Like,
Yeah.
Jack in seasons 1 or 2 was having flashbacks
Yeah.
about the war.
Yep.
Fine, put it in one place. We don't
Yeah.
need everybody having flashbacks about the war and
I
everybody.
know. I know.
Although more soldiers probably do have PTSD than
No,
not,
and I
but
understand,
yeah.
and I don't mean my god, that's not what I
No,
mean.
I know what you mean, I
They're
know what you mean.
just doing it so poorly.
Yeah,
Eh,
of course they are. The
it's
writing
so
is I don't
weird.
know who's writing this.
I don't know, some high school
Some high school
class?
creative writing class. So he grabs his new ride or die Brady, and Brady he's just coming off a tussle with drug
Nana.
Nana. hmm
Mhm.
And they head over to the camps, and Jack is all like, "You need to get to Virgin River, people." And some dude is like, "No way, man. I don't trust Virgin River." It's
No,
weird.
did anybody no, you guys pause. The guy that they're talking to, literally, I think he's someone that they just, like, found at the mall on the way to shoot. He looked like he just came out of, like, a skate shop,
Well, they're
and
all like, "We
he's
don't trust." They're like, "We don't trust the authority. We don't
yeah.
trust anybody."
"This is our camp," and he's just like, "We're not going." No, did you see he's just, like, deadpan
Yep,
standing there
yep.
with that, like, look, and like, it's just so bad.
And then from the smoke emerges my man Brady. And he emerges forth and he's like, "You could trust me. I'm your drug buddy. I had your back with Calvin and I got your back with Drug Nana. I'm one
Mhm.
of you." And they're all like, "Oh, Brady. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
mhm.
We're going to
Alright.
Virgin River right
Yeah.
away."
Yep.
So just as they're ready to leave, of course, there's an idiot kid who fucks this all up. Of course.
Always, always.
Like, bingo card. Some idiot kid put your life in jeopardy.
I know, and, like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know any kid that terrified in a fire
Is
runs
gonna run
into the
away from its
fire,
parent.
away from the
Right.
mother. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Maybe
Whoever
idiot Christopher would, but not this little girl.
well, that's because idiot Christopher doesn't really have a mother because she
Right?
runs away from him because she
He's just
see
running towards the woods.
maybe Paige has the answer all along. She just runs away from the kid. Why are we not why did I never think of that? That's what's been happening the whole time.
Well, let me tell you something. Brady and Jack are reliving like a Vietnam type
I know.
experience as they're navigating these woods.
I know.
And they're like, "Bro, you got my 40? What's your 40? What's your 20?" I don't know what
I don't
the
know.
things are.
How about how there's, like, what sounds like a gunshot?
Oh, that's unexploded, unused ammo.
Oh, it was. I didn't
Mhm,
even know. I'm like,
mhm,
"What was that?
mhm. Yeah,
Who's shooting shit off? What is
yeah.
happening?
There's like a
What's happening?"
wagon of explosives going off. Mhm,
Cannot. It was
mhm.
so stupid.
It was so bad.
You guys, I always like, I feel like all I do is bitch, like, I carry on about how stupid
Again,
this is. I
again,
do love
we
this
love this
shit.
show.
Yeah. I do love this shit, and I'm here for it.
Mhm, mhm.
But that doesn't mean it's
When
good.
when you've had a hard day at the office, there is nothing like coming home and watching this shit show.
Oh, yeah.
It is like just curling up under a blanket and having some hot cocoa and
It's like
watching your favorite trash bags.
a poultice to your soul.
Yes,
It
yes.
is. It's a
Okay.
poultice.
So now we got Bree, and she's hanging out with her
Ah,
passive aggressive mother, who basically tells her she's ugly and deserved to be raped because she has bags under her eyes.
this
Oh
bitch.
my god. Every daughter of a mother was like, "Oh, I get
Yep.
this. I
Sign
get
me up. I
this."
was right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right
So
there.
now Bree blows off her mother. She takes the stand and she's getting in all sorts of trouble on the stand. And one of her opening lines, and this is brilliant, is my name is, she's like, what is your name and who is the defendant to you? And Bree says, my name is Bree Sheridan, and the defendant is my rapist. And I'm like, whoa.
Whoa.
So then things take a turn when the prosecutor rips into Bree about her dun, 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 Xanax
Next.
addiction.
That she managed to kick without rehab, I'll have you
Yes,
know. Yep,
yes,
yep, yep,
yes.
yep, yep,
That
yep.
was adorable. That day you were like, "Did she go to rehab?" And I was dying.
Well, I really seriously, come, because they're
Yeah.
making this much bigger than I think it actually like, there's a difference between, come at me, you guys, if we have, like, I'm not an addict, so, but I do believe there's a difference between, like, taking a couple Xannies because you're
Mhm,
like,
mhm.
and, like, actually being
And being
addicted,
completely out
and
on them.
yeah, that's like, come
Yeah,
on. That's,
yeah,
I'm like, "What, she go to rehab? Like, what?"
yeah, yeah.
Did you notice though? Because Bree's my girl.
Bree's my girl.
Well, she's our girl. I have never seen her look so stunning than she did on that stand.
She looked amazing, and when she gives her Aaron Brockovich type speech about sexual
I
assault in
know.
women, I'm
I know.
here for it.
Me too. It was beautiful. It
Yeah.
was so great.
You could tell maybe the actress wrote that part.
I know, right?
She's
Right?
like, "Hey, creative writing class from Scranton High School.
Mhm, mhm,
Take a lunch break,
mhm.
go outside, call your parents. I'm gonna real quick ad lib some script here."
Yep. It was
Yeah.
great.
All right. So after the day of testifying, Bree leaves and she's rattled, and she runs into Mike,
Mm.
who wears a
Yes.
suit way better than Brady.
Looking fucking
He
hot.
looked hot. I have
He
to
was
admit, even
hot.
though Brady is my guy,
I know, I love Mike.
Mike knows how to wear a suit.
Mike is stunning because
Yep.
Brady's just kind of some loser. It's
I'm
like,
gonna send you something, guys. Hold on one
all
second.
right, here we go.
In real time, I'm sending Stephanie something. Hold on.
All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to change your mind
Okay.
about Brady with one simple click.
Oh
Hold on.
God, I'm scared.
I need to find out his name. What is his name?
Brody
Hollingsworth. Hold on.
Hollingsworth.
That's his last name. Benjamin Hollingsworth.
That's a cool name.
So he has he did a photo shoot and it's
Let me
okay.
see. I can't wait to
Okay,
see.
I'm saving the image. Guys, I don't know how to work technology, so I have to actually like save the image and then send it to Stephanie in a text. Okay, here. I'm sending it.
Okay.
Oof. Mamma mia. Mamma mia.
All right. Well, everybody, I'm about to eat crow. All right, I'm so sorry because
It's
I owe
hot,
you.
right?
Oh God, look at the colors in this photo.
Yes, yes.
And you
And
know I love a globe.
it was
You guys, wait, wait, break, Brody break,
okay,
Brody
okay.
break. His name isn't Brody.
Brady,
Stephanie,
Brady
idiot.
break. Mhm.
If anybody knows anything about me, one, I love the color green of any shade. Two,
Mhm.
I love a guy in a suit.
Mhm.
3, I love maps and globes more than
Mhm.
anything on this
Mhm.
earth. This
Yes.
picture embodies all of those things.
Yes. It's
I'm
hot.
posting it in our group.
Okay. It's hot.
All right, I'm posting it.
Okay. All right. So I win. I
Shit, you
win.
guys. You win. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's hot here. He is not this hot on the show.
He's not this
Sorry.
hot on the show. I agree.
Look at him. Can't
Can I
stop
get your
looking.
attention back?
Sorry. All right, I'm gonna put my phone down. Sorry, everybody.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So as Mike's there for a trial as well, and as Bree and him are chatting, Bree gets a call from her mom that there is a fire at Virgin River, and
Mm,
they leave together. Okay. Now we have Doc. So Doc and Cameron, there's a Mayday, Mayday, Mayday call that goes out that there are 2 injured firefighters.
I know.
And one firefighter is impaled on something,
Impaled, yep.
and
Because we
Doc and
heard.
Cameron arrive there, and I'm confused because maybe you can clear this up for me. So at
Okay.
one point, Doc is doing something and he looks over at Kaya and Kaya gives the no. And I thought, oh, does he have no feeling? But then when they rip him off the impalement, he screams.
Um, I don't remember that
Hmm.
specific. Like, I remember that happening. I don't remember specifically what it was,
Like Doc was doing something and he
but
looked to Kaya and Kaya was like, mm-mm,
I thought it had something to do with moving him. Because
maybe,
you know when, like, you're not supposed to move them because you could
maybe, maybe.
sever something in a spinal cord? I don't know, that's what I
Eh.
thought. I don't know.
Anyway, they pull him off the wooden stake and they take him back to the office where they're working on him and he flatlines.
Yep.
So that's how
Shocker.
we leave them. Now we have
Did
Denny
you
and
ever notice that, like, why wouldn't they just take these fuckers to a hospital?
there
Why are
is
we
no
all
hospital and all the roads are closed.
there? How is there no hospital?
They have to get to, I almost said Elm. Elm. What's the town in Schitt's Creek? The nearby one?
Oh,
Elmdale. I almost said Elmdale. Um, it's in whatever the big city is nearby,
yeah,
and the roads
right.
are closed.
Alright. Dear
Hmm.
God.
So Denny and Lizzie, these dum dums are driving around to see if they can save Bert. We all know where Bert is. He's face down in a pile of drugs.
You guys, if this is the end of Bert, this was so upsetting to me because I'm worried about Bert from the last episode, 2
If that son of
episodes
a biscuit
ago.
has left this earth, I will
You
be upset.
guys, I'm serious. If they kill off Bert, but
Hmm.
they keep around, like, I don't know, Christopher, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, I have to say, I don't know what drugs I was taking if I was face down on a pile of fentanyl,
Ah,
but I retract everything I said about Denny being a good actor. What the fuck was I talking about?
it's bad. He's not
You
good.
in the moment, you were like, "What are you
What the
talking about?" And
no.
I think you're right. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I think there's 2 people that know how to act in this show.
Okay. Mel's one of them. Mel can act.
Mel's okay.
Yeah.
It's Jack and it's Bree.
Oh, I think Doc knows how to act.
Do you remember Doc reading the script of The Blessing? No.
Doc can't help if it's horrible writing. He's like, "I can't believe they're
Oh,
making me
I
say this shit."
know. I know.
So these 2 idiots are off to see Bert and, they run into Lydia. Now Lydia, I'll get to it, but Lydia is supposed to be on her way
Yeah.
to Hope's or to Jack's bar or whatever, and
Yep.
she's having some kind of episode. And
I don't know
and
what is happening.
she's in the driveway and she's like, "I'm packing my car," and Lizzie's like, "What are you doing?" And Liddy is like, "My son is dead, and what if what's his name? Ricky is dead, and I don't know what to do." And
I
Lizzie, we have
know.
time for like this heartfelt speech about how your memories of your loved ones are in your heart and nobody can take those.
I know.
Denny, meanwhile, is just standing off to the side, like, I don't
Like,
know what he's
what
doing.
the yeah, he's just no, like a pimp like my dad would have said, "A pimple on the ass of progress."
There you go.
Whatever, I don't
There
even
you
know
go.
what that means.
There you go.
That's what Denny was.
So,
But do you think
uh,
maybe was she like, Are they trying to play it off that she's like this elderly, disoriented woman?
I
That's
have
what
no
I
idea.
thought.
This is the first I've ever seen of her being
I
disoriented.
know, I know. It was
Maybe the
weird.
smoke is making her disoriented?
That's what I mean. Like, were they I don't know.
Guys, I can tell you, we do not live anywhere near where there are wildfires.
Mm-mm.
However, earlier in the season, we did get smoke from the Canadian wildfires. And
Mhm.
even though they are thousands, no, hundreds of
Hundreds.
miles away, that smoke was intense. I can't even imagine what it's
No,
like to have it so close.
me too. Agreed.
So
That was
maybe
bad.
Liddy is going crazy in the smoke.
Could
Okay.
be.
So later, they get her in the car, and then Lizzie and Denny are driving up to Bert's, and they get stuck in a fire trap. That's the best way I could describe it. And I feel like this is a little fake news because I feel like the tires would have melted on the car if they
I
were that close to the
know.
fire.
Would they?
I think so, but
I
I
don't
could
know.
be wrong. I'm
I
not,
don't know.
a science person at all. But I felt like they're real close to being on fire. Okay.
What do you think's gonna happen?
Well, I know what happens because I saw the next episode.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Because I just, when my father in law died, guys, and I was like going through it, I said, Steph, I'm fucking watching Virgin River.
She did. She sure did, and then she blew it for me, if we
Well,
remember.
because you guys know I was spoiled about the
I
miscarriage.
know, I know.
So angry. Okay.
Does Denny die?
No, Jenny doesn't die.
Okay.
Okay. So Jack's bar. Now we're Jack's bar. And Steph, did you know that Hope created a fire readiness plan?
I do now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She
I'm
did.
I'm really glad because if she didn't do it, nobody would, and these
Nobody
people
would.
wouldn't know what to
Mm-mm.
do. No one would know what to do.
So she calls Liddy to evacuate. We saw that. And she heads over to Jack's bar because should be Central Command Center. Okay.
Mhm.
And it's right on the river. So that does kind of make sense. So they head over there and Hope flips out that Nick is ignoring her fire readiness plan. And Nick is basically like, get the fuck away from me.
I know,
I
he hates
am
her.
Drug Nana's brother. Do you not know I am drug
I
royalty?
know. Seriously.
So Nick basically is meeting with the fire chief, and Hope calls Nick a lazy asshole who's ignoring her plan. And Hope and Preacher decide together to send Lizzie and Denny to Bert's. And that's how they get there. Okay, now we get the Mayday,
Oh,
Mayday, Mayday call that comes in that two firefighters are hurt. Hope is the one who tells them send Doc. And Preach worries that it's his bang buddy.
I know.
Okay.
Can you believe that Hope sent Lizzie and Denny into the fire? Would that really we need
Um,
to unpack this a little bit. Is she
it
that dumb?
depends. I mean, would I send them? Yes, because they're disposable characters. But should Hope send them? Probably not.
I hate you.
I would send Preacher and Christopher.
Christopher, go find that missing what was that little girl's name? I
I don't
forget.
know. Christopher, come back to town so we can send you into a fire.
'Cause she had, like, a cute little name. I forget what it was.
I don't know. Lizzie? No, Lizzie's
No.
Lizzie. Izzy? Isabel? I
I don't
forget.
know, whatever, who cares? It was a kid.
Okay, so Preacher's acting like Hope's puppet, and they are apparently teamed up now. I don't know what's happening. At one point, he says the cheese, like you
Oh,
said, he
shit.
says the cheesiest line, "You are a warrior for this town, Hope. We take care of our wounded warriors." Hope later talks him, and guys, don't let that put you off of the Wounded Warrior Foundation, which is
No,
an
no.
amazing charity.
You
Don't
guys,
let these idiots ruin it for you.
no, that is not what I meant.
No,
I
I
just
know.
no,
I'm
that
just
is
saying,
not what
like,
I
I don't
meant.
want people
Okay.
to see this, gag, and then never again wanna go to your Wounded Warrior Foundation. So
I
Hope
just squirted. Sorry.
so Hope later talks him into texting Kaya and telling her how he feels. Ugh.
Alright, so do you wanna can I stop a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know what that always reminds me of? Did you ever
Hmm.
see that movie from, like, the '80s?
Oh,
Don't
no.
ask me the name of it.
Alright, give me what you got.
It's like I should probably look up the name of the movie. There are
I might be able to guess it. Just give me some information.
okay, so there are little people in this movie,
Okay.
and the one guy's name, somebody's name is Kaya, somebody's name is Willow, and then the little person runs and he's like, Kaya, Kaya.
Oh
You don't know what
god.
I mean.
What the
I'm
fuck
gonna
are
look
you
it up.
talking
Wait, you guys,
about?
this is great.
What
You'll know.
planet did you grow up on?
Oh, wait. No, no, no. It's called Willow.
This had to have been a child's thing.
No, it's called, the movie was called Willow. I'm
Oh,
sending
I
it to you.
never saw it. I never saw it, but I do
Dude,
know that I do
you
know that
need
it was very popular.
you need to see it.
Yeah.
You need to see it.
Okay. So you feel
So
like he
maybe
was
his name was Willow. Sorry.
so
Somebody.
you feel like Preach yelling Kaya is doing that from the
Yes!
movie.
Kaya! Kaya! That's what it reminds me of. I'm gonna find a YouTube video. There's gotta be a video on the interwebs somewhere that I could
Okay.
find this nonsense.
Okay. All right. So now we find out that Liddy gets to the bar and she's like, "Oh, I had like an episode in my driveway." And now we find out that the fire's getting worse and it's in Liddy's zone, and so are Lizzie and Denny.
Oh,
They're
wah,
in danger. You're
wah.
in danger, boy.
They're in big danger.
They're in big time danger. And Hope is panicking, like, "Oh my God, this is
I
my
know.
fault." And Nick is like, "I know it is, you nosy bitch."
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everything's your fault, idiot.
Mm hmm. Mm hmm. Now we're going to go to Mel.
Oh, God, do we have to?
I didn't even want to talk about this.
I know.
So Mel decides to go to the clinic, like we said, and she's treating a dad whose family inhaled a lot of smoke up in those camps. Mel gives a very basic explanation of how lungs work, and she offers to treat the family for free.
Oh, God.
Now she heads in the bathroom, and when she wipes herself, she sees blood on the toilet paper. I don't feel like
Did
we
they
needed
need
to
to
see
see
that.
that? No. Did
Mm-mm,
we need
mm-mm.
we didn't need to see it because any woman that's watching this knows that we
Knows.
don't need to see it. We would have
Hmm.
known just by the look on her face. We didn't need to see it.
She's
That was
totally
so
freaked out.
weird. That was
She's totally freaked out.
I know. Well, she's terrified,
She's terrified.
and I get it.
She runs into one of the rooms and she gives herself a sonogram, and there's no heartbeat. And there's
Mm,
like that little picture where you usually see the little bubba
and it's
is gone.
empty.
It's
Yeah.
empty. Ugh.
There's no beam in there.
So
How
again,
how
let's just
far
pause
along?
here and talk about this.
Can I just ask how far along was she?
Oh my god, I just had a thought.
Oh no.
Are they gonna get Charmaine's kids?
Oh. Oh my god. No, do you think?
Charmaine's in a real bad way, dude.
Do you think Charmaine is the kind of person that would just give her children up?
I would give up one of them. Be like, do you want one?
Which one would you have given up? Go.
Nope, nope, not doing it. Because the answer depends on the day.
I know, of course.
Yes,
We know
yes.
this.
But like we've had twins.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can spare one.
Sometimes you could
Here,
spare two.
here. Take this thing. Um, I don't know. I just feel like they need to make her a mother because this is cruel. This is
It's cruel.
cruel
It
at
is.
this point.
You're right. It's really cruel.
And I don't understand why they're doing it. And there was an article. This is how I got spoiled.
Oh.
There was an article out like why the writers made Mel lose her baby. And I never read it, but I think I need to read it.
God. Now I'm gonna look at it too.
Hmm.
I'm sure I could find it.
But like there was no warning, no spoiler. It was just
That's messed
there
up.
in the headline. I was
But
like, what?
that's the problem when these shows drop all at one time. Those
Hmm.
of us that aren't watching it all that day, it sucks.
It sucks. It
I
sucks.
mean, I don't like waiting every week either, but come on, dudes, we shouldn't be allowed to spoil it. There
Well,
should be laws against that.
well, she's lost the baby.
Oh,
And
it's terrible.
she has to like keep working. Like this is
I
bad.
know, it's so sad. It's so sad.
It's so sad. So at this point, Ava calls Stevie Nicks,
Oh,
Carly
mhm.
Simon, and she's like, "Can I
Stevie
bring?"
Simon.
She's like, "Can I bring Chloe in? There's a ton of smoke here." And Mel's like, "Yeah, bring her in. I want to check her out." And Ava says, "Okay. See, Mel, this is why you're going to be such a better mother than I am." And Mel's like, "Ugh."
Mm-mm. I
And Ava's
know.
like, "I'll be there in 30 minutes." So later, when Ava doesn't show, and this is the
Mhm.
last scene of the episode, Mel gets in her car and drives out there. And she comes up onto the porch, and all she hears is Chloe screaming, crying.
Yeah.
That's all we know. That's all we know
So
so
what
far.
do you think happened?
Well, I know what happens.
Oh, fuck. Well, why are we even doing this podcast?
Well, let me ask you, what do you think happened?
I don't think she's dead. I don't
Mhm,
think she
mhm.
has, like, smoke
I
inhalation,
will
and
tell
they
you she's not
say
dead. I will
she
tell you she's
yeah.
not dead.
I don't think she's dead. I don't think she could have smoke inhalation because there didn't look like that much smoke in this situation.
Maybe she's partying with, Bert.
Do you think Bert's in there? Is she harboring
Bert's like
Bert?
the big drug addict.
Leave my
Because
Bert
he cut
alone.
his hand and got high on fentanyl.
He needed a fucking tetanus shot, and he didn't get one. No one gave him a tetanus shot. You guys, do you think I'm just saying, if they killed off Bert, I'm done.
Yeah.
They did.
I will tell you, I've only watched one episode ahead of this.
Oh, okay.
Okay? I didn't watch the end. I watched the next episode. And
Okay.
I will tell you, like, nobody's dead. So don't worry. Yet. I mean, I don't know. The fire's still raging in the next episode.
You guys, I'm really worried about Bert.
I shouldn't say nobody's dead because Mel's baby's gone.
Yeah,
But
right.
I'm worried about Bert too. Like, I'm worried about his sobriety. I can't.
Amy, so here's what we need to happen. So if we find Bert, I'm sure Bree can hook him up with whatever rehab she went to. They might know some people to pull some strings that can get him in there.
Bert will be like, this one time, I was on fentanyl.
I didn't do anything. I never took drugs before in my life. My name is Bert, and I'm just the town toad. I don't do drugs.
You know
Take
who he
care of my
reminds me of?
wife.
You know who he reminds me of?
Oh, I'm scared.
You know the movie Cars, the Disney movie?
Yeah,
He's like
Mater.
Mater.
He's
Mater.
Oh, I love Mater.
I love Mater too.
I love
Okay.
Bert. There we
I
go.
love Bert too. Okay. See, we like Bert.
I love Bert.
Out of all the characters, we finally reached one we loved, and it's Bert.
You know I love Bert. I've been very concerned about Bert this whole time, and I don't like that he's lost in the fire.
I know. I will assure you that Bert is okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. So if you haven't already, check out our Sister Wives coverage. Amanda and I are covering that shit show over on Patreon. There is a free preview on the free feed that you can listen to, and then the full episodes on Patreon. We're also covering 90 Day to Last Resort, which is real good.
Oh, I don't watch.
Oh,
I'm lame.
And then if you haven't already, check me out on Pink Shade, where I'm on the main feed this week covering Before the 90 Days, the Tell-All Part 1.
Wow. You don't have much going on.
And I'm on Hey Bunky every Friday, talking Plathville and Toe. So that's over there.
Do you do anything else?
I have a full-time job in between all this.
Oh my Lord.
I'm also at therapist.com writing mental health articles.
Well, keep up the good work, Aim. Thanks for showing up today.
You. And then Stephanie and I are covering Virgin River, and then we're going to be jumping into Married at First Sight, which will be on Patreon as well. And that starts only in a few days.
October 10th?
Well, they're starting with those stupid fucking specials already.
I don't watch those.
We're not covering those.
No.
We're not covering those. The only way I will cover those is in a situation like Gil and Mirla, when I wanted to go back to the matchmaking special to see if Mirla said that she didn't want a bald person.
Yes.
Or Brett and Ryan. Like, did Brett say, I don't want a Republican? Like, I go back to those if there's something in question.
But they do it anyway. Why do they do that? It's so bad.
Do they do it anyway? Like, this is part of my problem with Love is Blind, too. Like, they give us a lot of edited footage of them in the pods. Do they ever talk about politics or religion? Like, we see them talk about religion sometimes, but, like...
We've never
and I don't want to get political, but, like, my politics are important to me.
Same.
So, like, in that pod, I would want to have that conversation.
That would
and I would need to make sure we are on the same page.
Yes, because no
Yes.
world exists where I date someone that doesn't
No.
share my same political views. Just doesn't
Right.
happen.
Right. Like our political views in this country have morphed into some kind of value system,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but that's how it is. So
Yep.
like I would need to know that that person and I share the same values and
Yeah.
political views. We never see those conversations
Yeah.
taking place.
I mean, I'm sure they do that on
They have
purpose.
to, right? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you show it to us?
I don't know.
I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, they
Like
probably
to some people politics is not a deal breaker.
right.
You know what I mean? So maybe like I'd like to see that conversation. How does that go?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So maybe we should start a reality show where
Mm.
we put a bunch we pair up Republicans and Democrats and see how it like goes. Like we watch how that shit show unfolds. And like watch them fighting on over debates
Yes,
and
yes,
yeah,
yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Yep, I
Like
like it.
let's put them in there in a room and make them watch like Fox News for an hour and see what happens.
There you go. There you go. But I would like to see that conversation.
Mm,
Cuz if somebody goes in there and they're like super pro life and
I know.
somebody's not, like that's going to be a problem.
True.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's a big problem.
So anyway, I don't know how I got on that topic, but
Sorry. I know.
yeah, no,
I
no,
know.
no, it's fine. So we were talking about Married at First Sight. So these are the types of things that I go back and watch those specials for, but that's it. Other than that, I will not watch them. So our coverage will start October what? 11th?
I think it's the 10th it comes out.
It's a 10th. And what night does that air on?
Hang
We're
on,
going to
I'll
have a
look.
business meeting on the air.
Hold, please. Checking. You're right. It is the 11th.
Okay.
It is the 11th. So I was
Okay.
wrong. The 11th.
So
It's a
that comes out
Wednesday.
on 11th Wednesday. So we're going to need, since no one will give me screeners for it, we're going to need Thursday to watch and take notes.
Hmm.
And it'll probably come out Fridays.
Sweet.
So
Sounds good.
there it is. Because we'll get up at the crack of dawn and record that bitch Friday morning.
What we do.
That's what we do.
It's
All
what
right,
we
Steph,
do.
thank you so much. Guys,
Thank
join
you.
our Facebook group, Backdoor Friends. It's kind of cool in there. We have a lot of
I
fun.
mean, it's
We
a
do-
good time.
It's a good time. We talk about like divorce and menopause. It's fun.
It's great.
All right.
Oh,
Love you guys.
God.
Bye.
Love your bones. Bye.